Nityananda Shri Radhara Srivasadi Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna. So I don't know, all other batch I've been taking Bhakti Shastri in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So many batches. They've all been sincere. So please be sincere. There are some sincere souls here, I can understand, because when I see the Google form, I can see Radha Mataji's name first in uploading the answer sheet, Siddharth Prabhu's name second in uploading the answer sheet. So that means they have uploaded long back. They have done it, they prioritize things. And I know their paper also look good. So they are very active in the class. So there are sincere devotees also. But then what happens when you mix? So because of others, all are suffering. So don't make like that. Be in a group and then try to do it as fast as possible. Okay, so that we sincerely do. We have so many priorities, but then this also, Bhakti Shastri also, let's make it prioritize in our life and put sadhana chart, give attendance, then come for the class properly, and then write open book on the right time and submit. Okay, so let's take little effort because we just started. This is module 1. We have like a long way to go till module 5. After module 1, what happens? Many drops out because of all these rules and regulations. But see, we are in an institution, so we have to follow the rules. That's what even Prabhupada says. Okay, so first 9 slokas in Ashtanga Yoga, that is in 6th chapter, advancing in Ashtanga Yoga, is from Aruruksha to Aruda stage, Aruruksha to Aruda stage. And then in the chapter 5, we saw how to attain liberation by Nishkama Karma Yoga. Now he is taking us to Ashtanga Yoga. But Ashtanga Yoga, we'll see what are the different yama, niyamas and everything. But actually, that also leads to Bhakti Yoga, right? So Ashtanga yogis, like Nishkama Karma yogis, engage in detached work to advance actually. But the true advancement or true renunciation manifests in detachment from possessiveness and enjoying propensities, but not necessarily in cessation of activities. And Krishna consciousness is the ultimate plane of selflessness because a devotee only desire pleasure for Krishna. So the first sloka in the 6th chapter is about a real sannyasi and a yogi. Okay, so Krishna is a perfect sannyasi and a perfect yogi. The difference has been shown in chapter 1, chapter 6, verse 1. So Ashtanga Yoga, or yeah, why is it not relevant in Kali Yuga? Does anyone know? The Ashtanga Yogic practice, or why is it successful? Or, yes.
Mataji, Ashtanga Yoga cannot be practiced in its entirety while staying in the family, in the in a city or something like this. Mainly we have to go to the forest and practice all those things to attain the ultimate samadhi. But Krishna consciousness stays her own role in the family life. We can attain that samadhi stage.
Okay, Tapas Prabhu, what is your opinion?
It is and
your voice is breaking. I can't understand. Your voice is breaking. Siddharth Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. In fact, Krishna himself told Arjuna that even he thinks that Arjuna, with such all kinds of dexterity that he has, he's Sabdasachi and everything he has. With all that, he still thinks that he's not fit for Ashtanga Yoga. He's fit for Krishna consciousness. Then what about us in Kali Yuga? I mean,
yeah.
we are not.
The main reason was okay. We are not fit for why? Because Mamta Mother.
Lifespan.
Yeah, because with yoga we are supposed to control our senses and especially the mind, and we cannot control our mind, right?
Mind. So because of the mind. So because Arjuna says later on, we can see Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramade balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayu rivas dushkaram. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna. Mind is very chanchala. It's not stable, flickering. And then vayu rivas dushkaram. It's very difficult to control the mind, like controlling the wind. We can't control the wind. It's right. It's difficult. So more difficult than that is controlling the mind, Krishna. So in Ashtanga Yoga, there's something like Samadhi and so much of dhyana, meditation and all that. It's not possible in Kali Yuga. It was in Satya Yuga. Kriteya Dhyayato Vishnu. So Kriteya Dhyayata Vishnu means in Satya Yoga, people used to meditate. They were having that mind was fixed, controlled. But in Kali Yuga, it's not possible because it's chanchalam. It's very difficult to control. So Prabhupada has given the name as Dhyana Yoga because Ashtanga Yoga also comes under that. And the Lord is saying, Sri Bhagavan Vaja Anashrita Karma Phalam Karyam Karma Karotiya Sannyasi Cha Yogi Cha Nani Ragdir Cha Na Cha Kriya. The Supreme Personality of God said, one who's unattached to the fruits of his work and who works as he's obliged, he is in the renounced order of life. And he is the true mystic, not he who lights no fire and performs no duty. So a perfect sannyasi, a perfect yogi. So Karma Yoga is better than Ashtanga Yoga. Why? Because like, see, in Karma Yoga, you do your work and then you should not get attached to it. That is called Nishkama Karma. Better than just running away from it and meditating. So Ashtanga Yoga, yes, actually means to control the mind and senses. But it's very difficult in this age, controlling the mind. One who desires to practice Ashtanga Yoga should not suddenly give up the prescribed duty and then that purifies his heart. So since a Karma Yogi renounced the results of his action, he's called sannyasi. Because his mind doesn't dwell on the enjoyment of the sense object, he's called as a yogi. Yes, Siddharth Prabhu?
No, one more thing is also coming to my mind for the Ashtanga Yogi for today's Kali Yoga is that at that point of time, in fact, the social ecosystem was also there that they were supporting such people. That means they are not actually working. However, the other part of the society, they are in a frame of mind that they support such people. That okay, this person is doing Ashtanga Yogi, fine, let us support him, his food, his all those things. Now nobody will support.
Yeah.
So
because some people cheat, and also in Kali Yuga, so many imposters, yogis are also there, no? But they're actually not. They're called so-called yogis because so as Prabhu said, and then Kali Yuga Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself has given us the best process is Bhakti Yoga. So criteria of one success is satisfaction of Krishna. That's what a devotee does. A Krishna conscious person had no desire for self-satisfaction, but his desire is to satisfy Krishna. And his criteria of success is satisfaction of Krishna. Thus, he is a perfect sannyasi or a perfect yogi. Because Mahaprabhu says, Nadanam na janam na sundarim kavitam vachakati shakame mama janmani janmanishware bhavadar bhakti rahedugitve. He doesn't want wealth, he doesn't want followers, he doesn't want beautiful women. What he wants? Janmani janmanishwar bhavadar bhakti. Just one devotional service, life after life. So there, Mahaprabhu is rejecting one more thing. What is it? He's rejecting wealth, he's rejecting followers, he's rejecting women. He's rejecting what else? One more thing. 4 things.
He's rejecting
Mana
liberation.
also is,
what, Mataji?
Mana also is rejecting respect.
He's rejecting liberation also.
That is an Amani Namanadena. So this is, yes, liberation, because he's saying Mama Janmani Janmanishana means birth after birth. That means what? Let me take Punarjanma again and again. So that means, no, I don't want liberation, but he wants bhakti. He wants devotional service. Okay. So then the Lord says, Yam Sannyasam Idiprahu Yogam Tam Vidi Pandava Nahi Asanyasta Sangalpo Yogi Bhavata Karshana. What is called renunciation, you should know to be the same as yoga or linking oneself with the Supreme, or son of Pandu. For one can never become a yogi unless he renounces the desire for sense gratification. So that is what is important. Do you have these 4 regulative principles, right? When we take initiation or shelter also. These 4 regulative principles is basically for what? To control your senses and mind. Okay, so that's why it's important. So detached action is same as renunciation. Why? Because both require freedom from desire for sense gratification. Real sannyas yogi or bhakti implies knowledge of one's constitutional position, that we are servants of the Lord, that we are part and parcel of the Lord. Mamevamsho jiva loke jiva buddha sanadana. And the conditioned state is that we are entrapped with material energy 3 modes. And the real nature is when the living entity is Krishna conscious. So when the living entity ceases all sense gratificatory activity and acts according to spiritual constitution, that is our real position. So how does a yogi achieve this stage? By restraining senses from material attachment and by constant engagement in Krishna consciousness. We don't have opportunity for their senses to be engaged in other than Krishna. We are always chanting, we are doing devotional service, cooking for Krishna, taking prasadam, no? All these devotional service. So we don't have time for the senses to be uncontrolled. So real aim is to give up the selfish satisfaction and prepare to satisfy the Lord. And one who fails is who doesn't have any information of the Supreme, they engage in karmic activities. Only Krishna conscious person who have no desire for sense enjoyment always engage in the enjoyment of the Supreme. So there are two levels, okay, for yoga. That is yoga ruruksha stage is the beginning, and yoga ruda advanced stage. So yoga means what? Actually linking, connecting to God. So it can be different way. Ashtanga yoga, dhyana yoga, bhakti yoga, all that. And bhakti yoga is the highest. Jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, bhakti yoga. Beginning is called yoga ruksha and highest is yoga ruda. Okay, so this is Ashtanga yoga practice. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. Yama means the don'ts, regulations. Niyama is the do's. Asana is bodily exercise. Pranayama is breathing exercise. Pratyahara, withdrawing the senses. Dharana is fixing mind on the Lord. Dhyana is intense meditation. And Samadhi. So the Ashtanga yoga means basically it's Bhakti yoga main what we want, because we are also absorbing and meditating on the Lord. Krishna says, no, manmana bhavamat bhakta. So So in third to fourth sloka, the stages have been explained. Okay? Arurukshor munir yogam karma karana muchyate yogarudasya tasyeva sama karana muchyate. For one who's a neophyte in the Eightfold Yoga system, work is said to be the means. And for one who's already elevated in yoga, cessation of all material activities is said to be the means. So what is the position of a Krishna conscious person? A Krishna conscious person, however, is situated from beginning on the platform of meditation. Because he always thinks about the Lord. Being constantly engaged in service of Krishna, he is considered to have ceased all material activities. So Krishna consciousness fulfill all this criteria. Why? Because we are engaging in the transcendental loving service. And one is always pleased in himself and no longer engaged in sense gratification. And Krishna conscious person can do everything for Krishna's satisfaction. This perfectly detached from sense gratification. So senses always need engagement, right? So idle mind is devil's workshop. So it has to be always engaged. And without Krishna consciousness, they are automatically engaged in sense gratification. Prabhupada says either we are serving Maya or we are serving Krishna. So that's only one thing can happen. So mind is the uncontrolled mind, like Prahlad Maharaj said to Hiranyakashipu. Naminishra Prabhu always quotes this. Uncontrolled mind is our enemy. We don't have any other enemy. Our enemy and friend both are actually the mind. How does the mind become our enemy and friend?
Hare Krishna Mataji. If we are able to
Yes,
control,
yes.
if we are able to control our mind, intelligence is leading the mind, then it will basically be in Krishna consciousness. We will be able to do service to Lord Krishna. But if our mind is governed, it's completely. If we are not able to control our mind, and we are basically desiring the material things, then it becomes our enemy.
Yes, Mataji. Okay. So when we make our mind our friend, control the mind, then it becomes our friend. But if it's uncontrolled, then it's our enemy, right? So most of us have gone through it. Especially the mind tricks us during Mangalarti time, Brahma Muhurta. Now you keep your alarm 3 o'clock, then 3:30, you snooze at 3:45, 4 o'clock, 4:15. Then you'll be like, yeah, the time is over. Now I can't take a bath and go. Or online, if you attend online also, you just be there and then you sleep off. So that time, like, okay, we skip it today, we skip it. Now, mostly the mind tricks us at that time. It becomes our enemy at that time the most. And then when we makes it a friend, we give importance to our sadhana and all that, then what happens? It becomes our friend, like control the mind. Okay. So best method is to be in Krishna consciousness. That's the best method to control it. So a controlled mind is our friend, which follows the dictation of the super soul, detached from sense gratification. And result is that such mind will elevate us. Udharet atmanatmanam natmanam avasatayet Atmaiva hi atmano bandhur atmaiva vipuratmanaha. One must deliver himself with the help of his mind and not degrade himself. The mind is the friend of the conditioned soul, his enemy as well. So uncontrolled mind is our enemy because that's one which gives us all anarthas and gives us last angle, illusion and all. And it get attached to sense enjoyment, sense gratification. Result is that it degrades us and causes us getting entangled in the material world. So the mind control mainly it says that for fixing our mind in Krishna, always engaging in Krishna conscious activities. Okay, so mind control is actually the central point of all yoga practice. Draw the mind from sense objects. What is the example? Does anyone know the analogy? Withdrawing the senses like
Tortoise.
like a tortoise. Yeah. So the tortoise we've seen like when it just it withdraws his head and limbs inside the shell. So similarly, the yogis are like that, just withdrawing. But is a bhakti yogi like that? Like for example, this laptop or a mobile. The yogis they say, oh, it's Maya. I don't want it. I'm renouncing it because with the modern gadgets and all, it's considered as Maya. But for a devotee, what is it?
It's
We
an
use it for
instrument.
Krishna purpose.
It's
Use
an
it for
instrument.
Utilized in the service of Krishna.
Yeah, in the
It is a-
service of Krishna. What is that called as? Utilizing everything in the service of Krishna is called as
Mataji, is it Yukta Vairagya?
Yukta Vairagya.
Yukta
Yukta
Vairagya.
Vairagya, right? Anasaktasya Vishaya Yadartham Upayajari Nirbandhe Krishna Sambandhi Yukta Vairagya Vichati. Okay, so that is Yukta Vairagya. So when you go for nectar of devotion, you have to memorize this verse. What does it say? Nirbandhe Krishna Sambandhi. Everything can be utilized in Krishna's service because everything belongs to Krishna. Why can't we use it in Krishna's service? That's what Prabhupada taught us. So we have to do that. So to draw the mind away from the sense objects, okay, how to do is engage mind in Krishna conscious activities. Then perfect surrender to the Lord's dictation follows automatically in Krishna consciousness. Okay, so mind control method have to be discussed today. Some practical application, like how do you, some of you are in the Krishna conscious movement for a long time. So how do you control your mind and what is the practical application for it? Okay, what advice or how do you think is the best method and practically, okay, practically how you do it. So we'll just discuss for 5 minutes and come back. Hare Krishna. And Nandita Mataji, can you post the attendance link?
Yes, Mataji, yes.
Some devotees didn't join the breakout room. Is there any reason? Hare Krishna. Yeah, Prithvi Mataji, you didn't join the breakout room, no?
Yeah, Mataji, whenever I try to join, a few weeks I can join Mataji, other time it gets disconnected, and when I rejoin, the link won't be available, Mataji.
Again, I gave you the link to join.
Again, I tried to join and
Why
meeting
is
got
it happening?
disconnected.
It won't
Don't know,
happen like that.
Mataji. I updated the Zoom also. I don't
Snigdha
know, Mataji.
Mataji, you didn't join, right? Snigdha Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji, actually due to internet problem, Mataji, it is disconnecting again and again.
Everybody has problems like that. Means breakout room is also a part of the session. Actually, what happened last time? Whoever didn't attend the breakout room, attendance was not given. Okay. So I'll see. Yeah, no one is participating. Why? Mausami Mataji, why it's like that? Which was that room? Breakout room is for all of you. This is for room number 4. Mausami Puja Mataji, yeah, I saw room number 4. Not many were there, only 4 devotees, but many were assigned. Radha Mataji was there, Snigdha Mataji, Shreyas, Shanti Sudha. Why Shanti Mataji, you didn't join the breakout room, right?
I was not able to join,
He
Mataji.
is
Why?
not.
I joined, then again I left actually. Again I rejoined the meeting. I was there,
Mataji,
Mataji.
you've gone to the hospital to see your friend's daughter who's on the ventilator. I forgot to tell you,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay, that's fine. There's some genuine reason, it's fine. But I saw room number 4, very poor. Just only 4 devotees were there. Yes, Mausami Mataji, what happened? There was no discussion happening.
Mataji, I told something but reciprocating, so no one is reciprocating, Mataji. So what I know, Puja Mataji only said that okay, Mataji can tell, but after that I don't connect her. So Mataji.
What about others? Why is like this happening? What is this? Breakout room is for me or for you? Then we'll cancel breakout room. Why we need unnecessary breakout rooms then? It's not the way. This is not the way. So I'm marking like I've seen who all have not participated except the genuine reason, but I've just marked it. Okay. I'll discuss and then let you know for the attendance today. Because that's not the way. You can't be like silent in breakout room or just don't join breakout room, say that there's internet problem. There's so many times it's happening repeatedly. I've seen because don't think I can't see. I can see. Who all have joined, who have not joined, I can see everything. It's here now. Room number 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything is marked here. So I can take a screenshot. So please join it. Okay. So why to train the mind? To deliver the conditioned soul from the mire of material existence. And what is the mire of material existence? One is subjected to the influence of the mind and senses. So the pure soul is entangled. So we'll see the different techniques of mind control after like 10-15 minutes. So we'll just go through this sloka. Okay. So yeah. The training of the mind should be done that one should not be attracted by the glitter of material nature. That's why we say first control has to come from the tongue. Right? Vachovekam, Manasakrotovekam, Jihva. So that's why it says how to control the tongue is by eating Krishna Prasadam and chanting the holy name. So that's what we give first. First, anyone comes to Krishna conscious movement, we make them hear the Harinam and make them chant, give them mala, at least one round, make them chant and give them Krishna Prasadam. If they're not chanting, at least give them Krishna Prasadam. So what happens? They get the higher taste. Param Drishtva Nivartande, and they don't get attached to material things. So we have to train our mind in such a way and not degrade by the attraction of the sense objects. What happens is when we get attracted to sense objects, then our sadhana and our Krishna consciousness will not be advancing. We may not be advancing in Krishna consciousness. So mind is attached to sense object, which causes bondage, and mind detached to sense object causes liberation. So that will happen automatically. We don't have to forcefully get detached, but it will happen automatically. Okay. So I think we can, we'll stop here, 6th sloka, and then we'll take up the breakout room question. Because it's very important for all of us for mind control. Everybody of us struggling for that only, to control the mind. So the sixth sloka says, the bandhuratmatmanastasya yenatma ivatmanachita atmanastu anatmanastu shatrutve vartate maiva shatruvat. So for him who have conquered the mind is the best of friends. For one who have failed to do so, his very mind will remain the greatest enemy. Okay, so we have to control the mind, and it says, one who have controlled the mind is called what? And who have controlled the mind is called as
Goswami.
Goswami. And the opposite is
Godas.
Godas.
okay. So somebody who have controlled the mind is a Goswami, and who is being controlled by the mind is a Godasa. So sometimes we get controlled by the mind and our senses, and we fall for it. So then that time we become Godasa. But somebody who have conquered all this is called as a Goswami. We cannot be a Goswami as such. The Shat Goswami, the Rup Goswami, Sanana Goswami. No, we can't be like that. They sleep under different trees on different days. You know why? Why can't they stay under one tree or continuously? Under different trees.
They get attached to the tree, Mataji.
Yeah, so to get detached from that tree, yes, Mausami Mataji, anything else? Same answer?
No, Mataji, same answer.
Yeah, so because they might think some kind of attachment might come to that particular tree. So that's their level of renunciation. We can't be like that. We are grahasthas, we have some things and everything, but that over attachment gradually comes down. Now today's Bhagavatam, like Namaneshwar Prabhu was discussing in the morning, towards the end, the Prabhupada mentions one line, 4:11:15 verse. So the end, when Dhruv Maharaj was lamenting because his brother was killed by Yaksha, so Swayambhu Manu comes there and counsels him and says about his the soul and body and all that. So the last line Prabhupada says, all this relationship with the body is temporary and material. Temporary and material. Okay, whatever body relationship, but we take it as permanent relation. We take it as everything is ours, ma'am, aham, mamedi. So much of attachment. When we come to Krishna consciousness, then you can all turn back and see your life, how I was before coming to Krishna consciousness and after coming. So much attachment before and after coming. Attachment is towards Krishna. Attachment is towards devotee, service and all that. And slowly what happens, we ourselves don't know that we are getting detached from material things. No, we were not like that before. Before, so much attachment, but now slowly Krishna is removing all the detachment, and then we're getting attracted to Krishna. That's why we're getting the higher taste there. But that doesn't mean we renounce everything and run away and all. No. Krishna conscious devotee, make the whole family devotee and try to preach and do service wherever we are according to our dharma. Like Arjuna cannot run away from the battlefield. That also incurs sin. We can't run away from the family and responsibilities, but we do it in a Krishna conscious way without much attachment. Yes, Mausami Mataji? Want to add something?
Hare Krishna, Mataji, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, Mataji, as you say that we can attach to devotees and all, but
Yeah.
if someone attached to the devotee so much that as just material attachment, is that good? Maybe
Material?
he is a devotee. No, maybe the relative or the husband or the wife or someone who is devotee, and we are gradually with them, we are more attached to them rather Krishna. So, is it good?
Yeah, so Krishna says, yes, Mat Bhaktya Puja Bhyadikam, that we have to worship his devotees more than himself. But on the whole, we should see, are we attached to that person as a devotee of the Lord and doing Krishna conscious activities, or are we attached to that particular person's body? So we should analyze where we draw that line. And basically, it might be our relatives, right? Our own blood relation. So at that time, yes, we sometimes it's like Arjuna lamented, right? When the Kurukshetra war and everything. We can't be like smiling at that time. So we also have attachment and everything, but it should be modified in a Krishna conscious way, Mataji. Like whoever is that person, we should do Krishna conscious activities together. Like there's a family, 25 years, husband and wife sits together and chant 16 rounds, sits together and read Srimad Bhagavatam 1 hour. The wife cooks. They live in, I think His Grace Hari Leela Prabhu. They live in Mayapur. They're doing service there. And the Mataji will be cooking prasadam. And Prabhu reads Bhagavatam loudly. And they discuss Bhagavatam. So they chant together. So they were saying that the the best way for any material relationship. It might be husband, wife, it might be brother, sister, whatever it is like Krishna conscious activities, so that that relationship stays for long. And also it is a Krishna conscious relation, Mataji. So that's okay. Attachment to the devotees is fine. But we should see, is there any material thing that it should not be having any material type of attachment there. It should be spiritual. Like that means you should do Krishna conscious activities together. To advance, it's easy. No? Then it's fine, Masu. Okay. Okay, so we'll take up the breakout room. So let's go to room number 1. Ekta Mata Jyoti Mataji, Nanda Mataji, Pushti Mataji, Raghunath Prabhu, Vanaja Mataji, and Vijay Prabhu. Who's saying?
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Panchankrana.
Yes.
So I'll just talk about like all the points from all the devotees. So so devotees. When somebody feels anger, they try and chant so that they are able to control their mind. If somebody is feeling demotivated, then they're also chanting so that they don't feel that demotivation and they feel better. Also there are points like when somebody has to take a decision, they chant, they read, they also remember Krishna, and they also follow the teachings of Prabhupada. For example, if somebody is kind of thinking that they're doing Vaishnava Aparadh, so they do all of these activities so that they are able to avoid Vaishnava Aparadh. And there are people who think that, so they take a pause and they kind of try to calm down and think that Krishna is the doer and they're not the doer, and then they probably go on with their activities. There are people who introspect and then they basically take any decision. There are people who if there is anger or something like that, they will bite their tongue. And of course there is a point wherein if somebody is angry, so that person would not react, that person would be calm, so that there is no fight happening. So that is like controlling the mind, Mataji. These are the points, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Nandita Mataji wants to say something.
I just wanted to clarify one thing, Aishwarya Mataji. I said I do bite my tongue and I
Mataji, your
ask
voice
myself a
is
question. Does will it Krishna? And the answer is always, sorry Mataji, my Kanika. Is it better, Mataji? Can you hear me?
now it's better. What is it?
Sorry, Mataji. You said about Jiva, Vegam and all that. I bite my tongue, which is very painful. And I say, will it please Krishna, whatever I'm doing, whenever I get angry or whenever I think that there's a decision to be made. I just say, because it's usually in a split second that you have to make a decision and your anger is like uncontrollable. So I just bite my tongue and I say, will it please Krishna, what I'm going to do, say, whatever. And the answer is always Krishna tells you what to do or what not to do. So the answer is usually no, don't do it, wait. So it's become a habit now because biting of tongue is very painful. And secondly, first, before biting the tongue, automatically it comes in the mind that will it please Krishna, then you can bite your tongue. So now it's like automatic. I get my answer and I don't usually do that. So thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, that's a nice way. Okay, and so room number 1 is done. Yes, Mataji. Room number 2. Who's speaking? Sometimes devotees don't remember the room number, so that's a confusion.
I don't all remember the room number, in fact.
Siddharth Prabhu is in room number 2. Just now I'm looking. Balaji Prabhu, Aryan Prabhu, Padmashri Mataji, Siddharth Prabhu, Sharanya Mataji. Yes, room number 2.
Hare Krishna. So all 7 devotees joined and a lot of exchanges has happened. So we discussed about issues of the mind. So there are four issues we discussed and the application against each of this issue. So 4 issues are: one is anger, second is irritation, third is eating eating propensity. I mean, eating something, somebody likes something, ice cream or whatever. Then third is the gossiping propensity, prajalpa. So how these issues of mind practically being handled, how do we apply various processes that we manage all these four issues? So first is anger. In anger, there are two things which were discussed. One is operating from the knowledge that immediately if we are angry or somebody is fully in a mode of anger, then operating from the knowledge that I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I mean continuously speaking that inside is one, and second is chanting Hare Krishna. These two applications, all the devotees were saying that this is how they control. I also say that yes, we control this way. Second is also again operating from the knowledge that we are not the doer. We are not the doer. So whatever is happening is even the anger, irritation, whatever is coming not because of us, and because we are not the doer, so there is also no point of our reaction as a doer. So that knowledge, operating on knowledge. But then at the application side, Mataji told that very interesting things. He told that if such irritation happens because of multiple things happening around her, multiple irritation points, then she simply steps out. The temple is just nearby. So just she leaves the house and goes to the temple. Although the temple is very near, for rest of us may not be the temple is so near. And she gets totally out of that irritation because of the energy of the temple. So that is one practical application. Then of course we also discussed about any of the ninefold. If any of the thing can be applied immediately, like Sam Sarabanam, if something can happen immediately, maybe uh, there is a beautiful bhajan in the mobile or something is there which we can listen immediately to get out of that kind of mind situation which could be irritating. And eating propensity, of course there is only one solution, that is taking prasadam. That is only solution that we talked about. And the last was about gossiping. Mataji was saying that uh, she has come out of it by, because speaking propensity or the prajalpa propensity is something already there in our mind. So she had just replaced it with talking more about Krishna, more about something, more about pastimes, and more. Although it may not go fully, but then at least if it is 100%, then okay, it will become 75, 80 or things like that. The improvement will happen slowly. That's how the whole process that we talked about. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so very nice method. And going to temple. I mean, we can also go to that atmosphere, that consciousness also, yes, by hearing a kirtan and especially during the anchor time. So very nice, yes. Room number 3.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Mamta
Yes,
Mataji, yes.
I'm from room number 3. So we have discussed that we should all the time want to serve Krishna. So we think that when we are cooking something, we're not cooking for Krishna Prasadam. When we are living in the house, we're not cleaning the house, we are cleaning the Krishna's place. Oh, this is Krishna's house. So in this, we clean it and we think we are a renter, right? We are not living, this is not permanent. So when we go out, we do not go out with the material people, we go with our bhakta. We have a sadhu sangha. When we want to have a party, we call the people, a devotee, have a kirtan, and we sit down, have a kirtan, eat prasadam with them. In this way, we have a company, and when we are doing sadhu sangha, we can talk about the always Krishna and Bhagavatam. We don't talk about other stuff. In this way, we can put our senses in this, because we are materialistic. Our senses wander here and there. We need our friends and everybody. So what we do, we call devotees. So we have a sadhu sangha and spend more and more time. And we do not have to run all the time to temple. Sometimes we cannot go because in here temple is very far. In India it's fine, but temple is very fast and our friends are very far. So we just have a weekly basis, or nowadays we do on Zoom. We can meet with the people here and there whenever they suits them. Like in the morning, we have a 5 o'clock our Bhagavatam class. Then right now and we have joined the classes so that we can understand and get more philosophy. In this way, we engage. Whenever we cooking and when we go, we don't eat other people's food. We take ourselves if we have to eat, and they should know that we don't eat. So in this way, we make aware of them. We don't eat. If you call us, we will come. We can bring prashadam and give them to and eat with them. And that's how we can do it. That's what we talk about, Mataji. Basically, sadhu sangha is more important. We need association. Without association,
Yes.
and we can learn from them, right? And if we don't know and we have doubts, we can clear with them.
Hare Krishna. Yes. So sadhu sangha will really help in any decisions we take or anything. All this mind control will be, because that gives a Krishna consciousness contagious, and the energy, the enthusiasm which devotees have, we get it. So it's really helpful. Yes, Mausami Mataji, you'd like to add something from number 4?
Yes, Mataji, I'm just cooperating with Hare Krishna. I'm just cooperating with your number 3. Share that. We should take association of those. First of all, we have to accept it that we can't control this mind, as Krishna and Arjuna talked about it. It can't be controlled. First of all, we have to accept this. Then we have to replace something about it, and that's true. Always serve Krishna consciousness, just like in Srimad Bhagavatam one lecture, Srila Prabhupada discuss. If you want to engage your mind in full Krishna consciousness, if you want your mind to be full Krishna consciousness, then just engage your mind in transcendental service of Krishna for 24 hours. That's the point. And how can we engage this mind? That's a simple thing. Is who is already engaged their mind, and for Krishna we should associate with him. And the second thing we can do is learning verses. And when we are going to Mangalati, for example, there is a lot of time and we just walking, and we should remember kirtan, we should remember verses about glorifying Krishna. And the second point is about chanting. While chanting, and we should think that okay, Krishna is with me and I'm chanting his name, so Krishna's name is not different. That's why we can engage the mind in Krishna's name. And the thing is, we should always engage the mind with Krishna service. As I give example that we should, if we walk, then we should talk about how Krishna walk, and we should read Bhagavatam with devotees, so that it glorify Krishna, so that we engage our mind. For example, I have attraction to some other gender, then we should develop that point, that how Krishna is beautiful. If that person is beautiful, then how Krishna is beautiful. Let me glorify. If I listen more about Krishna, then automatic the past thing, just like Srila Prabhupada say, improve your attachment to Krishna, and then your mind will automatically go. And that's the point I want.
Yeah, very nice. So, yeah. So the best thing is Rishikena Rishikesha Sevana. When all the senses are engaged in Krishna conscious activities, then mind will naturally get engaged. The mind cannot go anywhere, right? So it will definitely come. Yes, Pooja Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. I'm from room number 4. Sadhu Pranam Mataji. So main thing is that whatever is being discussed earlier by all other devotees, that the chanting and association are the most important thing, because association, and especially in this in the COVID period, what we have gone through, such a thing, what the phase was, that Krishna consciousness was really a boon. I mean, what Prabhupada has said, it's a boon for everybody during that period, especially. And the mind was so that way that it was really getting afraid with certain things outside, getting whatever is being talked and all that. But whatever the chanting and the association of all Krishna conscious people, devotees, has really helped us. And Sarvam Krishna Arpanam, that is Dasanu Dasanu Das. So any pride kind of things can be really handled in that way. So nothing can be felt that I am the doer, I am doing this, because whatever you feel, it should be the service unto the lotus feet of Lord. So that is how we can really train our mind. So the mind has. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, anything to add, or can stop here? Hope all of you mark the attendance. Please, next time onwards, please attend the breakout room. Yes, Sharanya Mataji.
Mataji, in the starting, you were saying something that Gopal Krishna Maharaj Nandagram. What was that, Mataji?
No, no, I just heard that a Vaishnava was saying about how Maharaj, like after his Samadhi, then there was like a pujari in Nandagram, that is a temple in near Vrindavan. So at that time, there in the dream, like it seems like in the dream of that pujari, the Krishna, the Lord came there, and it's like that deity is Krishna, Balram, and Yashoda Maya and Nanda Baba. So there, the pujari said, like, had a dream that call Gopal Krishna Goswami. I want to graze the cows with him. So that's what he had the dream. So he's like, who is this Gopal Krishna? And then he searched the whole Nandagram, he could not get. And finally, someone said that please go to Vrindavan, ISKCON Balram temple. And then because there might be somebody there. And then someone said yes, because he's a Maharaj and he went into Samadhi. So they gave the photo, and then that photo was kept. It is said it's kept in that temple there, Nandagram. So it says that eternally the Guru is always there, eternally. They are going inside the pastime of the Lord. We don't know their identity, but definitely they've been sent by the Lord, empowered by the Lord. Otherwise, they can't make disciples all over the world. So they are associates of the Lord. So, but the Guru never revealed it. No, Prabhupada never revealed who he is. But then Gaur Govinda Maharaj, his disciples said that, yes, Prabhupada is Radha Priyasaki. He is one of the Mancharis. Some say he's Gopas, some say he's Narad Muni. So we don't know. But then definitely they are associates of the Lord. So like that, all Prabhupada's disciples, everyone has been like so empowered, because otherwise it's not easy, to spread Krishna consciousness so wide and create disciples all over the world. So definitely they are all empowered by the Lord. So we are so glorious to come in that Guru Parampara, and we are so fortunate. Yeah, listening to Prabhupada's lecture to control the mind, that will also really help Shanti Mataji. That's one of the best way to get out of problems. Actually, you listen to Prabhupada's lecture, might be one word, one line, Prabhupada will give you instructions. And that will be for your life, might be material, spiritual, whatever it is, Prabhupada will start guiding you. That is good way of controlling the mind, listening to Prabhupada's lecture. Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for joining. So next week, I'll share those marks which I missed. I didn't realize that, yes, the Thursday batch was missing there. Okay, so because that form was posted late. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare